From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise podcast, a Rounded Edge media production. Thank you so much for joining us. And by us, of course, I'm referring to Rick, a.k.a. the Brown Python Ben, a.k.a. Mexican Nostradamus, and yours truly, Benji, here for another fantastic episode. Shout out to Mike Tacklebox for the music. And shout out to the state of Illinois for some love, homie. Some support. We'll talk about that more later. But what I want to talk about right now is the chess move of the political mastery exhibited by Donald Trump by going to Ohio. I have to give credit where it's due.
It is due.
I think he made a fucking monster move. Who wants to start? Rick, this is your boy. So
I'll let Rick start.
This is my boy. He's back on the trail. You know, this is awesome, man. When Biden flew over Ohio and went straight to Ukraine with $500 million.
Oh boy!
Donald Trump saw an opportunity to come and actually be with the people. Now, some people may say this is a campaign thing, it's a photo op, but man, that water didn't look fake. Okay, that food didn't look fake. You know, and he's done way more than this administration has.
Well,
so
okay.
if the kindness and help to these people is going to come in the form of a photo op, I'll take it because it's better than the alternative so far.
Well, I'll just jump in there. I think what he did was brilliant, right? I mean, there's definitely no disregarding the fact that what he did was brilliant. He played it. I mean, he's a populist, right? He knows how to move with what the people want, and he did that. There's no reservation on that. Now, you may have to take in regard the fact that he deregulated everything to make the situation happen, right? So it's like I visited New Orleans after Katrina, but I'm the one that took the flood walls down, so the city got flooded, but I'm here now, and I got bottled water. And to be quite honest with you, it was kind of cheap bottled water, right? I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't Avion, right?
Hey, dude,
it was like Techstar, the shit you pick. He took out a water supply at Buc-ee's.
Bro, he got a good deal. Come on, what are you doing?
Hey, Biden's EPA said the water was safe to drink in the city, man. So I'm not sure what you mean by cheap water.
Actually, I don't know. Did y'all hear about that?
Water.
Did y'all hear about that though? Right?
The water.
No, the testing. So the testing was actually done by a private third-party entity that's affiliated with Sulphur, with the train company.
Oh,
Norfolk.
Christ.
Yeah, of course
Norfolk.
they were.
And on top of that, the FDA just took their word for it.
If you're a place like Norfolk Railroad Company, is that the official title?
I think so.
It's something like that. Right?
That or Satan's
somebody look it up so I don't
allegedly.
But anyway, for them, yeah, of course, if you're that influential, and we'll expand on that a little bit more in a minute, but yeah, of course you're going to have an entity that conducts studies. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing is set up. Like they've got 360 degrees kind of covered to where they can kind of maneuver however they want. Mm-hmm. But sometimes the rubber meets the road, and you kind of overstep your bounds a little bit, like when you forcibly or basically convince people that it's a good idea to release very, very toxic chemicals into the environment.
But
as a way of disguising the fact that, like, hey, we got to make something happen. Like now, we can just tell them, hey, if we blow this shit up, or if this shit blows up, like if we just wait and let time do its thing, it could be more potential damage. So we got to release it. And honestly, it's pretty transparent that they had to move quickly so they could get the goddamn line open up again.
Going back to Trump though, this was a really good move for him, because what people saw in Ohio was classic Trump. Not this new Trump, like they stole the election and all this other crap that he keeps talking about. They saw classic Trump, a man of the people. He goes to McDonald's. He tells McDonald's workers, "I know this menu better than you do." He has lunch with the firefighters and whatnot, and he's out there visiting with the people.
He had his
this is classic Trump.
It is. He had his MAGA hat with the 45.
Exactly.
He had boots on to like walk around the mud. Like it's very, very.
He didn't mention any
strategic.
stolen elections.
No,
well, because he can't. He can't. He's about to be indicted in Georgia over that shit. I mean,
oh please! Did you see that girl?
Hey, bro.
The head juror.
Hey, bro. Guess what? He's gonna be indicted. They got enough to really do.
What is this? Like the millionth time they talk about this shit?
This is the state of Georgia. He's been indicted
for like 4 years now. Oh, it's about to happen.
This is grand jury. This is a grand jury indictment.
And then just go down.
That's the real, dude. That grand jury indictment's fucking for real. Like that's how you get it. That's federal pound you in the ass. That's like if you mess with your TurboTax numbers, right? If you mess with your TurboTax numbers, and I mean that's
I saw that girl on TV, man. That shit doesn't look real at all.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's happening.
You saw that girl on TV, right?
She's fucking crazy as shit. She's
30 years old, brother.
They kept asking her, like, what do you think?
Kid.
I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely going to be a shock whatever comes out. I'm like, lady.
I'm the lead juror.
Oh, yeah.
You're 30 years old. You're talking like a fucking high schooler, right?
Oh, boy. You seem really aggressive.
That's just not going to happen.
Aggressive? Why are you so aggressive?
You don't keep saying he's going to be indicted. It hasn't happened
yet. He's going to be indicted.
It's been happening for like...
Well, I mean, he's kind of been indicted inadvertently. I mean, with his company and all that stuff. They literally everyone except for him was arrested for what his company has done with the Trump University shit. Like that was just a Ponzi scheme. Pure and simple.
It was a voluntary
Ponzi scheme. What is it? But anyways, I get it. But going back to the whole point, Trump did pull an amazing. I mean, this is coup de grace. If everyone starts looking at his numbers right now, they're going through the fucking roof. I mean, what? It's like his coup de grace, right? Like his number one. He's just literally lapped everybody. No Republican can even come close to challenging him now. Biden lost 5 to 6 points that he had previous to these situations. So all the new polls are coming out. He's as terrifying as ever to win it all.
To Rick's point, he did. He went back to the well. Like this is like kind of old Trump that won the election.
Yep.
And two things though to back up. One, I'm highly offended by Rick's comment about the 30-year-old talking like the high school student. Second of all, I want to point out that Ben, did you notice how very quickly Rick sidestepped and that TurboTax comment? He really moved on to the talking about Trump again. We were talking about TurboTax for a minute, but anyway, we'll move on.
I wonder why. Anyways, but yeah,
y'all gonna see something real quickly.
I bet we're gonna see something. But you're gonna see something, that rubber ducky. But in the end, I think what Trump did was brilliant, right? He did a brilliant thing, and I don't know. I don't see a Republican taking him out anymore. I think did you hear his new name for Ron DeSantis?
What?
Ron the Meatball DeSantis.
Oh,
no. But now he says I would never call Ron the Meatball DeSantis Ron the Meatball DeSantis. I would never call him Ron the Meatball DeSantis. Damn. It's fucking hilarious the way he says it, dude. He has laid out all the Republicans in front of him. They're dead now. Nikki Haley just officially joined the race. No one's going to vote for her. She keeps talking about how she wears high heels and she kicks forward, not sideways.
Well,
and
she's in her prime right now.
Yeah, she's fucked, dude.
She's in her prime right now.
Yeah, yep, and that prime is a shortcoming because she's not going to make it. You got Pence, who wants everyone to wear like long dresses and go back to the time of pilgrims. He's not got shit. You got Ron DeSantis. He's now Ron the Meatball DeSantis. He's clearly
it's funny.
Making fun of him because he's fat now.
It's fucking crazy, dude. This is how much of a problem Trump is to the entire political system.
All up,
Ron DeSantis, in normal terms, would be a shoo-in Republican candidate.
Easy.
Do you understand? Like, if Trump is out of the equation, Ron DeSantis is the next president.
Dude,
1,000%. Am I wrong?
Dude, you're right, dude. I think it's brilliant. I think he literally has slaughtered the whole Republican field before we're even in this, right? I think they're all dead.
And here's the thing, like, if you're a new listener, especially if you're from Illinois and you're just kind of getting down with the whole skip the noise vibe, hit me up, by the way. I'm curious. I want to ask a few questions. And if it's you, I'm talking to you. So, but yeah, in normal terms, right, Ron DeSantis would be like the perfect, and I'm not even Trump. I'm not that guy, but from a political man, but I have to give credit where it's due.
Well, it didn't help that Biden went to Ukraine.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that adds to it.
Well, but I don't think it added to it. I think that was planned. I think Trump knew he was going to fucking Ukraine. That's why he went when he was in Ukraine. Yeah, that's my whole point. That was the setup. It was his whole point.
Yes,
he was waiting for him to go to Ukraine. Then he would go to Ohio and say, "Oh," and then he actually even said it when he was there, like, "Oh, Biden is in Ukraine."
Sleepy Joe. He's
get over here.
He's walking
Ron the meatball. Where's Ron the meatball? I would never call him that. Dude, I would never say this.
He figured out the code. Honestly, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, dumb people can fall for dumb things, and but that's the populist thing, man.
That's the
and
game,
I think
though.
he's got him. I think he's got, dude. I think he's slayed all the Republicans already, and he hasn't even tried yet.
He's the host, like in Idiocracy. He's the host. What's the guy? He's on not American Idol.
No.
What's that dude's name? Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews. Yeah, he's the president. Yeah. Terry Crews is president, dude. No, I don't even think that. I think it's beyond that. I think he's the supreme emperor of Idiocracy. But brilliant. Hats off to him. I think Biden's fucked. A week or two ago, everyone was saying Biden was definitely the shoe-in to run again. And the winds are changing.
This didn't help, though.
No. I'm saying the winds are changing. Biden, there's been talk now that Biden may not be it anymore. But who they have, right?
Like
Pete Buttigieg is going to get fucking canned because he can't do his job at all. And Kamala, we wrote her off a long time ago.
It's a non-issue. But I think Buttigieg he's fucked. He thinks
so bad.
What I'm realizing is he thinks in his head, though, because he just went to Ohio.
Yeah.
So in other words, to me, that tells me like he thinks that
he's disillusioned.
He thinks that he's that guy, and there's no the Democrats are fucked.
Right. Well, did you see what happened whenever the reporters asked him why did it take him so long to get down there?
He just ignored them.
No. He threw a little. He got kind of pissy, like, I have to do stuff. It's just like, dude, what? So no, he's another joke. I think the Democrats are in real fucking trouble, though. I think Trump might be just come back in with another populist wave. It's pretty amazing, but at the same time, I can't believe this fucker literally just killed everybody. He just won the Republican nomination and didn't even try. And his insults are better than they were last time. I mean, he's calling somebody, he's already calling fucking his number one opponent a meatball, but saying he would never call him a meatball, even though that is pretty funny and pretty brilliant. I mean, just saying, I would never call him Ron the Meatball Santis, but nonetheless, moving on. But we did touch on the one thing that we
can see him like.
I'm telling you, dude, he won.
He's a meatball sandwich.
He is.
I was in Ohio on the train tracks.
He reminds me of the sandwiches I would pick up outside of Trump Tower.
Right near
they
Pennsylvania.
Actually named it. If they called it the Ron DeSantis meatball sandwich, I would never call it that. They do. It's a great sandwich. What can I say? I mean, it's fucking amazing. It's the greatest sandwich ever if you want to lose. But it's fucked. But now we got Ukraine 1 year anniversary.
Yes. Before we get into the actual
I might get into
thing.
It. Yeah.
Here's the elephant in the room. Does anybody else notice that was 1 year ago? what time warp did we fucking enter?
Oh,
that was a calendar year ago.
Yeah, man, time's flying.
That's
bro.
Incomprehensible. If that's not even a word,
I don't think so, but I like it. I don't think incomprehensible. Incomprehensible.
I think it's incomprehensible is the actual way.
But I like your word better, and I think we should lobby Webster for it.
Mine makes more sense for that statement, but it seems like there's no way exactly. There's no way that was a year ago.
No,
it seems fucking.
It is
unbelievable. Crazy? But anyway, but yeah, it's
1 year anniversary. Where are we now? What has been achieved? That's really real.
Well, I'll tell you what has been achieved.
Oh boy, here it comes.
No, people talk a lot about World War III now, man. Biden went over there, talked about World War III. Bro, Putin talking about that shit.
You can't have a World War III if they can't even have tanks.
You got talks of nuclear Armageddon coming over.
Dude, he just tested a ballistic missile to try to flex, and that shit broke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. China and Russia are both weak, bro. They're both weak. They don't.
Nukes.
The problem is that nukes require missiles to get over here, and their missiles are dog shit. Dude, and their quality control is dog shit. Okay, how many things have you ordered from Alibaba that lasted more than a week?
I've never ordered from Alibaba.
Oh, well, you're missing out. They got some great deals, but the shit breaks after a week.
They do have some great deals.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying? How many people, I mean, unless you're ordering a complete like knockoff copy of something that is illegal. But if you ask, when it comes down to it, China and Russia both have inept militaries. I'm not really particularly worried about this World War III situation anymore, especially after embarrassing that he tried to launch a fucking missile and it blew up in front of him.
Well, not only that, but like, check this out. Here's the thing you kind of got to realize too. And sometimes it does get scary because I like to talk, the things that we cover, right? We're obviously people that are inclined to read about such stories. So it can get a little intimidating when you look at the world and like, oh, how fucked are we? But at the same time, you got to realize though, I wouldn't put it past the United States to have somehow injected micro fucking nanobots into the DNA of all the leaders of the entire world that they have controlled on a little device where like, oh, I can just decide to explode this person.
Oh boy. I like this.
Do you mean like in The Boys? How they just explode their heads?
Yes, dude. Fucking good show.
Like that?
I haven't gotten past the first season, but it's a good show.
Come on, dude.
I know I need to. You
gotta binge on that shit. Seriously.
I do. I gotta spend some time this weekend. I really do want to watch that show. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, I mean, what does America have in its back pocket? I don't know, but I do know after a year of involvement in Ukraine, we've spent, I believe, we're spent over $100 billion.
Yeah.
Over 100 billion. We got another 50 billion coming to them.
Why?
By the end of the summer, they will have gone through all of the aid we have given them. By the end of the summer, that's the projection. Because of course, Russia's going to open up once it's not muddy, whatever. They're going to open up an invasion, and it's going to be all out. You got the Wagner group, which is the Russian mercenary team. Those guys are fucking pipe hitters, bro.
Dude.
Oof. Good luck with those fucking cunts. Huh?
Biden's trip to Ukraine should have been about a peace talk or something like that. And he said nothing about peace.
No, he was more saber rattling, to be quite honest.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Why?
Bro, because it's good for his
fucking... Well, I think he's always had a hard on for the Russians too, though. He's always had a hard on for the Russians. He's a boomer. U.S., Russia don't like each other, right?
I guess he didn't like Rocky 5 or something. I don't know.
Rocky 4
is 4.
Rocky 4.
Take it easy. Rocky 5 was with Tommy Morrison.
Machine Gun Tommy. Machine Gun Tommy. Come on now.
Rocky 5 was based on my biography.
That was. I remember when Stallone came to your house and signed off on it. I fucking loved it. I was like, dude, fucking Sylvester
Paulie, what the fuck did you do, Paulie?
Paulie's like laid out in your fucking living room, like pissing on your carpet.
Hey, Paulie, you fucked this up bad. Paulie, you really fucked this up, dude.
You fucking. Can you
imagine? Like, think about that in context of real life. If Paulie fucked them up as bad as like if that happened in real life.
Paulie was the Achilles heel, right?
Boy, he really fucked them up, dude.
Fuck, royally.
They go from like having
billions,
keeping like live cheetahs in their backyard to like living in fucking streets.
Dude, that was rough. And then like you see like Rocky working that bag out in like that dingy ass like basement of that house. Love it. But you know what?
Tommy
Great
Morrison,
movie.
Pre-HIV Tommy Morrison.
Dude. He was fucking. He was a gangster. He was gangster until he met Hagler, right? It was Hagler who put him through the ropes, right?
Yeah, no, for real.
Fuck, man, dude. If anyone wants to see just a fucking brutal KO, you got to watch Tommy Morrison versus I think it was Marvin Hagler, right? I think it was Hagler.
I can't say if with 100% certainty,
but it's fucking. It looks like, and actually, it was a happenstance. It wasn't that he got knocked out. He actually got caught and stuck. And if you're stuck against a boxer,
he was like froze, and he was 3 or 4 more while he was unconscious,
just laid out.
Like he was knocked down on his feet.
Yes.
And got like 3 or 4 more for the fucking.
Well, he got held up by the rope, so Hagler just goes, "Fucking, I'm gonna tee off now." And
I don't know if was it Hagler?
I don't know. I gotta look it up. It's somebody fucking. It wasn't Hearn, right? No, not Tommy Hearn. No, might have been. Anyways, one of those motherfuckers knocked him the fuck out.
At some point, I'll look it up and
just look up Tommy Machine Gun getting his ass whooped. You're gonna see it. Just don't look up Machine Gun Kelly because that guy is a fucking chode.
He went weird.
But he went weird. That motherfucker was always whack, dude. Whack weird. Got his ass tough.
Who else is weird, Ben? And what's he doing now?
Who? Machine Gun Kelly?
No.
Or which one?
Who else is kind of weird? He likes to buy big social media companies, and he likes to move his fucking headquarters all over from coast to coast.
I like it. You are a professional, sir, and I appreciate that.
Exactly.
So DDD, everybody, guess what? Fucking Elon Musk is going back to Cali. Dun, 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 dun. So just announced he made a fucking video with Gavin Newsom where they're fucking literally holding each other's pieces, staring each other's eyes, saying, "I'm moving back to California." He's moving mostly his brain trust, so the engineering department from Texas or Austin back to California.
You know why?
Why is that?
We have there's a couple of reasons why. Mainly because he got a good deal from Gavin, who apparently now they're best friends, even though they've not been. And on top of that, Texas education ranks of the lowest in the fucking country. So where you're gonna get your engineers from?
It does not.
It does.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Where are you gonna get your engineers from?
Silicon
You're not gonna get them from
Valley.
here. Yep. You're gonna go back to Cali. Dun, 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 dun. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Nostradamus Miracle Hour because I see something fucking beautiful happening.
Oh boy, what's going on?
Guess what?
Talk that shit.
Everything's going to go back to normal, guys. Because guess what?
How?
Papa Elon is going back to Cali. Who else do you think is going to follow him back? All of tech. So see, I was thinking about this today. I had this fucking epiphany. California has always had inflation. Always. From gas to groceries.
They live in it, yeah.
They lived in it.
Housing.
But when did inflation start really going up? Was when you saw the mass exodus from California over the last 3 to 4 years. And particularly, you saw it first in housing prices because you had these chodes from Cali coming in, not all the chodes. I mean, California's a cool place, but you saw these people coming in with huge money driving up real estate prices. Why? Because they're riding this wave of leaving California for freedom and I'm a conservative. Yeah. But you're really not. Because over the last 3 or 4 years, you realized that it's 109 degrees in Austin most of the fucking year. You realize you're really not a conservative because now you can't smoke pot, chicks can't get abortion, and everyone here has a 3rd grade fucking reading level. Then
I'm offended again.
Yes, you are. It's okay.
It's
okay, but I'm not talking about Houston. I'm talking about Austin. But nonetheless,
Houston too. I mean, look at
you see this shit. You see what's happening.
Easy.
And you start noticing one thing. Guess what?
What?
Repatriation rates back to California.
Repatriation.
Well, like, yeah. Like repatriation.
No, I like it. Yeah. I'm excited.
The rates of people moving back to California have gone up substantially, leaving Texas, Idaho, Tennessee, all these places they move because I want to be in Nashville because it's cool. Guess what? All these people moved. And then now we're moving back. Right. And with them, they're going to leave this wake of complete and utter deflation because guess what? Everyone realizes dude, the reason why California is so expensive is because it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
You have sunshine, you have beaches, you have mountains. California is a fucking vacation when it comes to its natural features, everything, right? That's why you pay a lot of money to live somewhere. You pay a lot of money to live somewhere because it's beautiful. You don't pay, mountains.
It's biodiverse. Like it has everything.
Exactly.
Like it's
culturally diverse.
It's culturally diverse. No, really. It's everything America, like, I was going to say potentified.
Yes.
I'm making up all kinds of
I like
words
that.
today.
I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I like it. But
you get it all in one shot.
Exactly. But it's so ostentatious, ridiculous. I would still rather be in Texas. This is my state.
No, exactly.
Right?
I'd rather
no matter what. I love my fucking state. I'm not leaving. But all the people all the Californians that left California because they were trying to like, oh, I'm gonna be conservative and I'm gonna do this, are gonna start going back to California. That leaves a wave of deflation. Because in the wake of this deflation, you're going to notice houses being dumped, everything being dumped so they can go back to California. If I was a fucking betting man, I would be buying property out there because that shit's going to skyrocket again. Because guess what happened? Property values in California went down. Now these motherfuckers are going, it's 109 degrees out here in Texas. Abortion, and they thought being a conservative was being a Reagan type conservative, fiscal conservative. They didn't realize motherfuckers out here really like don't want you having sex until you're married. Like motherfuckers out here, like they weren't ready for the Bible Belt conservative, which if you talk to a lot of them are even like a lot of like people that are supposedly conservative coming from the more liberal states to Texas, they almost freaked the fuck out. Because they didn't think it was like really like that.
They thought that like, it's like people from New York. Like they think that it's a microcosm of America, but it's not. It's a whole different shit.
It is. And the conservatives in Texas are fucking down.
It's
like
way different.
Real.
They're not that bad. They're not that bad.
Bro, they're bad. I mean, they're not bad, but they really believe in what they're saying.
Well, yeah, shit gets like, shit gets real different real quick.
I mean, North Texas Klan rallies. I mean, dude, these guys go all in.
There is no Klan rallies. Just shut the fuck up.
Fucking all day long, bro. They got Trump Klan rallies next to each other, and they're like hugging and kumbayaing out there. All I'm saying is,
if you get off, if you detour off the interstate a little bit, and if you're, you know what I mean, if you're traversing the old USA through the railroad tracks, it's a whole nother country.
Yeah,
it is. You know what I mean? If you shook the ant habitat, like the little sand shit you used to buy at Toys R Us or whatever. If you shake that shit around, it just flips.
Right. But also nobody wants to be the first.
The whole other country.
What are those fucking people called that have mustaches and shit? Hipsters. No one wants to be the first hipsters that move into the ghetto necessarily, right? I mean, they're like, oh, it's artsy, it's cool, but then they get held up. So then they go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's what Californians are seeing. So I think personally that when you see people like Elon moving tech back to California, I think a lot of tech's going to go back to California. And I think with that, it's going to leave a wake of deflation where basically where all these home prices were being driven up, they're being dumped now. So all this artificial value given to places that never had that value, i.e. Idaho, Nashville, Dallas, Fort Worth, all these places that really never had value are going to see severe deflation. I really think of course, COVID was part of what happened with inflation, the greed of corporations during COVID.
They had to spend the balls.
Right. But the first domino to fall was Californians moving out. And I mean, that's what we used to say. Remember, like, oh, fucking Californians are driving up home prices. Yeah. We didn't realize that was going to continue. They started it. They were like the ones who hit the first domino. It was just a perfect thing. But I really do think this plays out. So that's my call. That was my big hard on thing. That was my epiphany. I think Californians are going to be moving back to California, and behind them will leave this wake of overinflated properties that are just going to just crash.
Do you think? Sorry.
So, no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, all I was going to say was, would you predict that the new California, like in your proposed vision, right? Would you say it would be, is it almost like a universal, hey man, we got a little too ahead of ourselves. Let's rethink things and do you think it's a more conservative California 2.0?
Nope.
Or you think it's
run that shit through?
Are they going all trans?
I don't think so.
All trans all day.
Yep, all everything, bro. Everyone's there, dude. There's no he, him, she, her. There's none of that. Motherfuckers don't got pronouns no more. They're going all in, dude. And guess what? All those motherfuckers that are moving back are going to be just biting their tongues and like squeezing their butt cheeks. But guess what?
It's woke utopia.
Bro, it's going to go whoopatopia. Like, it's going to be fucking gangster. Like, you won't be able to get a cup of coffee without declaring like your fealty to like every single thing. Like, if you go and ask a girl out, or if a girl asks you out and she's 687 pounds, you say no, you're going to jail. But guess what? They're gonna go back because I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna be super woke. And you know what? Texas is gonna sit here and go, we lost all these businesses because you got fucking Abbott talking about, I don't want to push diversity. It should be illegal. I mean, it's gotten to be done.
You're going to jail for fat shaming.
Yes, exactly.
You turned down a date with a 900-pound sister. Yes,
a federal time. They're going to figure out a way to get you federally for it. Dude, a SWAT team's going to bust in your house after you say no to some chick online for not going out with her because she's not your type. I'm telling you guys, it woke mafia. But anyways, that was my call. That was my call. But that's the whole thing. I really think tech moves back.
So what happens to the homeless people?
What, California? Yeah. Oh, dude, yes. They're gonna be even more homeless people because guess what? They're gonna be like, like, dude, you won't be able to call a homeless person homeless. That'll be derogatory. That'll be, dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna go super woke.
Hey, you know what we should do?
That's how it is.
I want to get Jasmine back on the show.
Which one?
I want to update Jasmine St. Clair. I want to update.
Tell she fucked because it's going down.
I really want to know the pulse of what's going on out there in Cali.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey, this is an unofficial invite back on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know exactly what's gonna fucking happen, bro. I can tell you right now. Everyone's gonna have to wear like some type of like weird outfit. It's gonna go Squid Games, but yeah. So, so Tesla's definitely going back to Cali. You know who's not going to Cali though? It's Putin. No. You know why? Because he wants to fucking nuke us, dude. He does not want to nuke us. He wants to nuke us like a microwave and like a thing of spaghetti. We're getting nuked.
Rick, what do you think, man?
Yeah, you're being quiet today.
No, just listen to you guys, man.
He just hasn't had an opportunity to fucking speak.
He's checking out TurboTax. That's why.
Yeah, I know, right? He's reading the legalities involved.
Man, I'm telling you, I got this loophole. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
I don't think it's a good idea, bro. Okay, cool.
It's a wonderful loophole. I'm gonna share it with the rest of the community when I get it solidified.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but please don't refer to it as a air quotes hack.
Yeah.
Probably not the best way to. Don't call it a hack.
It's a tax hack, man.
No. Stop. On behalf of Rounded Edge Media. On behalf of Rounded Edge Media, I shun the statements.
You definitely want to take tax advice from me, okay? I am the expert of tax hacking.
No,
dude, I love how you. I love in the middle of your tax hack. Like 3 minutes later, like one simple question goes, "Oh, I think it means something else." Then that was awesome.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, can you claim being dumb?
Dude, if I could, I would get a fucking massive refund every
Hey, could you run on your intro through Chat GPT?
Yo,
dude, that's fucking
like, hey, what is the best way I could completely optimize my taxes? Here's all my info, blah 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 blah. You do all your like
it would work because it runs off information from the internet.
That's what I'm saying. So all of a sudden it's like boom, you have like, you know what I mean, like a lawyer version of your TurboTax answers.
Yeah, you have the ultimate accountant
pre-populated.
Like you use AI to work on your taxes. It's fucking
nice fucking call, man. That's fucking
cool.
I like that.
I'm gonna do that right now. Shit.
Well, that's why.
See y'all later.
To circle back real quick.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, I know he is. Circle back. That's why I think Elon's going back to Cali. I don't want to go back to that whole topic, but Cali. I think he sees that the AI shit is the future, and that's where it's housed. That's where all those engineers are. That's where all those people are.
I think that. Yeah, I think there's definitely. I think you're right. He sees more opportunity there than he does in Austin. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, and now
that Austin is weird, you know, and also hipster, and
not anymore.
No, it's all
homeless people now.
Well, it always was that. It was always homeless people, but it definitely did have like a charm of a you know why Texas weird is better, and it's more.
I guess. Hey, do you think
he's going to launch nukes or what, Rick?
Oh yeah. I think he might. No, I don't think he's going to launch nukes. I think it's saber rattling. You know, nothing's going to happen. He is going to kill a lot of people though in the Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
Well, and,
he already has.
Going to fund that in some way.
He's already done that. He's killed a few.
The thing is, where's the peace talk, man? Like usually with these conflicts, you get a peace talk somewhere. No one's talking about that shit.
Nobody's interested.
Nobody's interested.
Way too much money exchanging.
Yes,
100%.
We're out of Afghanistan. Nothing ever happened with North Korea. Fuck it, man. Let's just go to Ukraine.
You know what? You know my theory.
You know, it's like a vacation thing.
You know my theory, dude. You know how government, right? Like you've heard all the time the claims that like, the government, it's so inefficient, right? You get like these $900 bills for a screwdriver, right? And that what that is like a joke based on the fact that like, yeah, it would be so easy for a government entity to be like, oh, let's see your, run your numbers or whatever. And they're like, what? What's this line item number 364? It says a screwdriver. Blah, 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 blah. Like they can explain away everything because they're the government and they can just call the shots. So what I think my personal opinion on these conflicts, right, that flare up.
Cold War conflicts.
And all this stuff, these Cold War conflicts or these like proxy war type of scenarios, it's a very big opportunity for like money laundering. It's almost like a money laundromat, because how are you going to account? Who's going to account for, okay, we gave Ukraine $260 billion worth of ammunition.
Nobody knows where that money goes to.
Who the fuck is taking inventory on every fucking bullet?
Bro,
does that make sense?
Or every dollar? Yeah.
I counted
every missile launch. Like there is no accountability system. So it's a free for all when it comes to like pouring money into a thing. So you can say whatever the fuck you want. All this money. My point is there's other uses for this sort of flow of money, and you can wash shit clean with it.
So here's the deal. I mean, we're just talking about taxes. We are paying money to the government. So the only way the government will give you money and large sums of it is if you cause a war with somebody. Well, yeah. Right? That's the only way it comes back this way.
Exactly. But that's always been the way it's been, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
I mean, fuck. Come
I guess
doesn't everybody know this?
Wars with people, man. It's just
Does everybody know
war
this
with Mexico? You know,
I feel like
and then we got some money.
Rick is Ethan Hawke in Training Day, where he's like, he goes over to Denzel. He's like, it can't be like this.
It is. I mean, you know
that. Wake up, Jiggy.
Yeah, it doesn't work like this. None of it works like this.
I'm King Kong up in this bitch. They flipping pigeons for me with my knowledge. But yeah, I think that's just, it is what it is, right? This is what it is. War. That's it. We cannot function without war. We cannot function without.
Why?
We never have been able to since the Great Depression. I don't think we've been able to. I think the war in the industrial. I think when Eisenhower warned about the military industrial complex, I think that's what bailed us out of every single economic crisis. Has been a war. I mean, you look at it. What war has not been? What depression was not followed up by a war?
Yeah, dude, it's the crude.
It's never happened.
It's the crude. To put it in like an analogy, it's like the crude oil that is used to make the gasoline that runs the fucking economy.
Yep.
Like,
let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that the most recent economic, problems that we've had so far,
right?
Yes, it has to do with COVID, but do you think it has to do with like Trump taking us out of Afghanistan, out of the Middle East, nothing happening with North Korea? He ended ISIS. So we didn't have any real conflicts for
he didn't really get us out of Afghanistan, though. I mean, he said he was as soon as he was going to get there, and he never did. It took him several years, and then he finally had to fucking make a pact with the Taliban to end it. And then he left it for his predecessor to finish. He could have pulled the troops out. He didn't. He basically sabotaged that situation. So I would calm down. I would calm down about. Well, he did. He did because he put the date till after the next election.
All Biden had to do was follow the plan.
Dude, once again,
he did follow the plan. He did.
Actually,
he did not follow the plan.
He did, bro.
Props to Trump though again, honestly,
for fucking laying that shit off. He's like,
fucking brilliant.
Look at this fucking asshole.
As much as like, still don't, can't say I'm a fan, but like, fuck, man, he makes. There's a reason he got elected, dude. He's not fucking stupid.
He's definitely not stupid. He for 100%. But I think, I think in the end, right? War, finances, Putin's fucking saber rattling about his nukes. Will he use them? Will he don't? I don't fucking think they work anyways. I mean, you got to remember, we spend billions of dollars on our nuclear arsenal. Russia and China don't think that way. They think once it's built, it's good to go. And they may Windex the top of it every once in a while, but that's it. I mean, fuck. Russia doesn't even have silos. They have trucks that move their nuclear arsenal around.
Right. They're like Toyota Tacomas.
Exactly. They really are. They are. They got the fucking Tacomas dragging nukes around in the hills. What happens when them bitches breaks down? I mean, have we not seen how their armored vehicles have been performing in Ukraine? I don't really see real fear in this. So I think he's just saber rattling. I mean, it's just like that guy who says, I'm going to punch you, but he's never gotten to a fight. I think we're fine. But moving on from this, I do have some super geek news I'd like to touch on before we go hardcore on the pain about some other things. This is like a palate descent, like whenever you smell a bunch of like colognes or perfumes, and then they let you like sniff some coffee beans.
A palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser. So I'm gonna give you all a little bit of geek news that may just blow your mind. The Webb Telescope, my fucking favorite thing ever, has just discovered something that was being hinted at, but now a paper is being released. When looking back, well, they found some planets that aren't supposed to be where they are, which is weird. But what they found, which is even more weird, is they found galaxies close to the supposed beginning of the universe that are older than the time frame would allow for. So technically, we think that a galaxy like the Milky Way galaxy, the one we're currently in, takes about 1 billion whatever years, whatever amount of time to mature. Problem is we just look back in time, roughly according to our mathematics and everything, to about 500 to 600 million years after the Big Bang. And there's 6 galaxies that we see so far, probably more, that have the same maturity level as the Milky Way. This is fucking huge because if you think about it, we have mature galaxies after only the universe only being around for 500 million years. That's a substantial paradigm shift in our understanding of galaxy formation and or the beginning of the universe. One of those is wrong. So it's a big fucking deal. So now it's kind of almost rewriting this could potentially rewrite all the books on astronomy, everything. It's crazy.
It's probably the beginning of the universe that's wrong. It's kind of, I mean, it would be hard to pinpoint the time frame for the beginning of the universe.
Well, we have a good scope, right? We have a good guess, but these universes would put it way the fuck away from that guess. And that would, because remember, we use light, we use relativity, so many things to figure out what that time frame is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we can't even really figure out if there was an advanced civilization before humans.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, you're right. Right,
time figure that out.
Right,
yeah,
true.
It's really hard to figure that out.
Right, but from the right, so but the math we're using now and the concepts we're using now could all be completely wiped out.
Yeah,
in regards to astronomy. So that's why it's such a big deal. So this, I'm telling you, this telescope keeps seeing shit and finding things that are going to continue to perplex science for, I think, probably hundreds of years. It's fucking crazy. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there to kind of to cleanse the palate that the Webb Telescope is still out there kicking ass, taking names, and changing science by the day, dude.
Yeah, it's great. It's peeling the layers off the onion, you know.
I like it.
The more you get down into the core of the onion, the more weird it, you know, throw out all your preconceived ideas of the universe.
Well, what if the Webb Telescope alters all these ideas and scientists are like, shut it down. No. I don't want to think these. No.
They could. Much. They might be like, you know what, fuck it. This thing's stupid. I hate it. I've wasted my whole life. Like you might see like fucking like super astronomers like throwing themselves off of buildings and shit because they can't take all the changes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like everything I knew about physics and math is gone out the window. It's shit now.
Well, dude, it could be. I mean, there could be some shit that we're like, oh fuck, we were supposed to carry the 5 there. Oh fuck, everything's wrong.
I don't even know how to minus shit anymore.
You know, you just see him like sitting on the floor, like licking like a fucking like the fucking tiles on the floor, like shitting themselves, like everything's alive.
You start seeing like a lot of scientists get on OnlyFans now because it's just easier.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Really. You see him like, look at me, my protractor.
The whole shit Ben described was me New Year's Eve like a couple years ago.
That's the best. Yeah. Those are the best New Year's Eves. Best New Year's Eves. But moving on, I think I like this one. So just now that we have our palate cleanse, we're prepared for the real fucking shit that we're about to hit up. Rick, why don't you talk about this Clinton aide story that you kind of dropped on us in our text thread? I think this will bring some drama.
So there was a Clinton aide. So there was a news story that came out talking about a Clinton aide who had passed away a few years ago.
Right.
Not exactly sure if it was like 10 years ago or something like that, or 5 years ago. It was something kind of far away. It didn't really make the news cycle. It was just a Clinton aide who was found dead. You know, your typical Hillary story, I guess. Just
another Tuesday.
Another Tuesday in Arkansas for Hillary.
Another body. Another.
And this guy was actually tied to Jeffrey Epstein in more ways than one. He would bring him into the White House. He would go into the island with him, and there were a lot of ties to Jeffrey Epstein here with this one. So this guy died, right? But the autopsy finally came out, and the police report finally came out. They determined that this man who died by with a cord around his neck tied to a tree, with a gunshot wound to his chest, died of a suicide.
Right.
And there was no weapon near him.
Well, it clearly sounds like a suicide.
Clearly,
because he tied himself to the tree and then he shot himself in the chest and then got rid of the gun afterwards.
It clearly sounds. This is 100% a suicide. I don't understand why there's controversy here, Rick. I mean, come on.
He got Hillaried.
Fuck, I don't do.
Yeah, man. And so, I mean, the amount of gaslighting that goes on with this one, dude.
Suicide without a weapon present.
It's a gunshot.
Clearly.
Yeah, gunshot went to the chest. So, to the chest, dude. Like the kind of angle you have to position your hand while you're tied to a tree.
Who commits suicide? But shooting, nobody shoots himself in the chest.
I think this guy does.
That's weird.
This guy did, dude. This is clearly suicide. Clearly suicide.
That's a weird
How did he tie
detail.
himself to a tree? I mean, you gotta move your arms around the tree.
Maybe he was a Boy Scout. You know, they tie sheep shanks. You know, things like that. Square knots.
And obviously, dude, we're not.
There's nothing in me that really.
But what we're laughing about is the absurdity. This would be called a suicide.
Yeah, I mean, it's Clinton body count. This is called what it is.
That's ridiculous, dude.
It's just a Clinton body count, dude.
Clearly,
if like that, what was that one staffer who all of a sudden ran out of his house, right, and like ended up like shot and drowned, and like, but somehow he killed himself too. Like a lot of these guys, like suicide, they get suicided, but in the term of murder, because none of these guys killed themselves.
Or the guy who got shot twice in the back of the head, and that was suicide.
Yeah, that's definitely a suicide. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's some fucked up shit, man.
Well, I mean, but how many of those guys have they found? Like, there's like several that have had this happen. It's fucked up, man.
That's what happens when you work for Hillary Clinton, man.
Yeah, no. If you kiddos, if you're out there and you get a summer internship for Hillary, bail. Okay, find something else, because your life will be unreasonably short.
I'm surprised Monica Lewinsky actually made it this far. Honestly,
she could suck a dick, bro. I mean, she could work that pipe, bro, because she won on that one. I mean, yeah, she did, right? Yeah. She survived, but she was smart going with the publicity of it, because that's what kept her alive.
Maybe
right?
No, that's it. That is what kept her alive. Because then it would be too obvious. If all of a sudden she ended up missing, it'd be like, okay,
yeah.
Then they go after all those cases.
Yep. But unknown staffers, he's committed suicide. He shot himself 8 times in the face.
he handcuffed himself to a pole and beat himself over the head 65 times with a bat.
He ran himself over with an 18-wheeler. I mean, these guys are they're very talented at the way they kill themselves. Dude. Oh my God, you know?
It's like, once again, I'm not laughing because it's
yes, you are, you sick, demented puppy.
No, but it's just like how ridiculous some of these are.
Well, they are ridiculous. And once again, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, you know, this is a PSA. Don't fuck with the Clintons, ever. They will fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, fuck you up. Like properly.
Now that we talk about it, probably breast, you know what I mean? Breast presidency of
best ever. I love those motherfuckers. I love them.
Hillary lost. She ran a great campaign.
Great campaign. She did a good job. She was on point. I think her message was on brand. So,
hey, maybe this is the reason they want Trump in jail in Georgia. You know, they indict him. He has to go be perp walk to the jail in Georgia, and boom.
Oh, bro, I think
it's over. Hillary's got him.
If there's ever a president who's going to be safe in jail, it's definitely be the one that has best friends that are like polar bears in there, bro. He'll be okay. I mean, imagine. I don't
think so, man.
Dude, Trump will be sitting in the what's it called, in the main yard with like a bunch of just dudes with SS tattoos lifting weights around him. I think he's gonna be okay. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he'll be. Actually, how does that work? So let's say ex-president goes to jail. A president is always supposed to have a security detail from the United States at all times. So does that mean that his Secret Service detail now goes to jail with him?
I think no. I think what happens is if he gets indicted and has to go to jail, he'll probably pick a surrogate to go to jail for him.
That's not going to jail.
I don't know. That's kind of like going to jail. You feel bad about it, like, oh man.
I don't think so. I
had
don't
a Sun scooter lead me to jail. That sucks, man.
I don't think that's jail. I don't think so. Yeah. No.
Dude, besides, this is a state offense. I mean, nothing's gonna happen to him. He's probably gonna get a misdemeanor charge. Probably has to pay a ticket, fine, and that's it. Go home, right?
Yeah. I mean maybe. I mean, I don't know.
You get a fine for $60 for interfering with the elections. That's it. You're done. Okay.
I mean, yeah, right. That's a possibility, but I don't know. But I do know that the Clinton body count is substantial, and go Hill Dog. If you want to run again, we got you. We'll go all in because I love life.
Bill was such a great sax player too. Honestly, very underrated.
Great saxophone player. I mean, what he did on what was that show?
Arsenio. Yeah,
monumental.
He played one note,
dude. Guess what?
He played one note.
He rocked the shit out of that note, and for that, I will always be eternally grateful for his woodwind skills. So, moving on, I think we have another interesting situation. I think that this one's kind of funny. Has everyone seen? So currently there's a lawsuit from Dominion voting machines against Fox News. I think it's like 1.7, it's like $1 trillion. It's a very large lawsuit regarding basically the fake reports that the Dominion voting machines were hacked. And so Dominion took it as a liability or as a libel, attack on them. So anyways, during this long lawsuit process, they got a hold of the text messages between Sean Hannity, I think Bill O'Reilly, one of those other meat puppets
Tucker Carlson, yeah.
Tucker Carlson, right.
Yeah.
And I think someone else. And these things were fantastic. Right? They were fucking fantastic. They were everything from Rudy Giuliani's fucking stupid to I cannot believe people actually even believe Trump, to hey, this asshole needs to stop telling the truth because it's going to drop our ratings. Because the text messages between these guys clearly showed they did not at all believe that this election was stolen. But they were pissed when the message was veered off because they were highly concerned about the ratings they were losing for not doing it, for not talking about that.
Are we really surprised by this, to be honest?
They were caught between a rock and a hard place.
No. Well, truth and lying. That's not really a rock and a hard place.
No, truth and conspiracy.
Well, no, truth and lying, because they all knew that he was lying. They all did. There's several text messages making fun of Trump. There were several text messages making fun of that whole team of psychos. What was that lady? There was a lady that was there. They were just making fun of all of them because they were like, these guys are so stupid. Yep. They just like, these people are so stupid, but we got to keep feeding this shit because the morons, basically that's what they call their viewers, these meat puppets, really want to hear it. So if we don't talk about it, Newsmax or someone's going to get a jump on us because they're willing to just do it.
Yeah, it's a business, dude.
Yeah.
They're not interested.
Yeah. I mean, even Jared Kushner stepped out of the thing after Rudy Giuliani got involved. So he wanted nothing to do with Rudy Giuliani in the whole process. I think it was just messaging, man. I don't think the election was stolen. I think that the mail-in balloting and the ballot harvesting fucked everybody over.
Now it's messaging. Bro, right after that election, I swear, we have the recording. You're like, it was stolen.
It was stolen.
Messaging. I love how over time the temperance of reality hits everybody, and they slowly start changing from it was stolen to messaging.
Well, you know what? There's been times gone by, man. We figured out what happened. It was a ballot harvesting. It was mail-in voting.
Everyone knew that the election wasn't stolen. Everybody knew it.
It was
part of the propaganda to continue to sell news.
No, I think what ended up happening was ballot harvesting and mail-in balloting did kind of steal the election, because you're allowing people,
information. No one believes that. Come and vote. Nobody believes
it.
It.
Did you just make up a low information people?
Yeah, low information
people.
Dude.
Yeah,
aka dumbasses.
Yeah, dumbasses. Trust me, man. There's a whole bunch of them here. But
well,
anyway.
Either way, I find it amazing how what they really think about their own viewership, right? I mean, it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. So if anyone has a chance, please read through some of these texts. They're fucking money. They really kind of show you what Fox News is really about, and also what most of the mainstream media is. Because I guarantee you, CNN, if you got their text messages, probably the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just on the opposite side of the aisle.
And if you got Don Lemon's text messages, it's like real base stuff, you know.
Oh, dude, Don, he's almost out the door.
Some Andrew Tate stuff. He's talking about being conservative.
Don Lemon?
Lemon?
Yeah.
Don Lemon?
Lemon?
Don Lemon. Anyways, yeah, Don Lemon, he's definitely going to get fucking canned soon, though, bro. He's out. He is definitely out.
You think so?
Yeah. Dude. So apparently
his career has 9 lives, man. I mean,
no, did you hear what he talked about? When he talked about homegirl, Nikki Haley?
Yeah.
He said she was out of her prime. And the other two ladies, the two ladies he was with were like, what does that mean? He's like, she's just not a prime woman anymore. Like she's
primes are 20s, 30s, and 40s, right?
And the two ladies,
she's not as much of a piece of ace.
Hey, she's not tight. She's not tight and kept good.
The night before, he was binging on Andrew Tate's shit, So
for real, he was
probably just scrolling over and over about.
You gotta tell her, when I pay my card, it goes through every time, all the time. Dude, I fucking my god, what a super show. But yeah, moving on from the mainstream media debacle. There's this other thing, guys. Who brought this one to the table? The attorney that killed his son, wife? What's going on?
Yeah, so the trial recently started for what's his first name?
Alex
McCullough.
No, it's Alex Murdaugh.
Murdaugh, yeah.
Yes.
Alex Murdaugh. He he's on trial for murdering his son and his wife. And it's just an interesting case because he's a huge, like, big shot, well-known attorney in the area, like a legacy attorney. I don't know if it's like father, anyway. But
it's a legacy family.
Yeah,
their family's pretty big down there.
Yeah, so and he's got this it's South Carolina. It's got this real, just like true South, like drawl, right? Like one of those attorneys. I don't know, it's just oddly like archetypal, and but at the same time, he's a fucking attorney. So it's a weird game to watch. At least this is why I took interest in it, because like his from a bystander, or just from an observation, my personal opinion, all signs point to like that I've seen so far. It looks like he fucking did it, right? Just his because they have body cam footage.
Oh yeah, they like have a video he made.
No, there's video. There's a Snapchat that puts him. So anyway, he already admitted to like lying about or lying to law enforcement, because he said he was nowhere near the whereabouts of wherever this murder took place. However, his son, the one that got murdered, had a Snapchat post or fucking story or something, like showing him there, like literally minutes before the fucking thing happened.
So fucking whack.
There's that. Then there's like, but my point is, he's an attorney, right? So
yeah,
this game that's being played right now, like with the justice system, because he knows all the things, right? So obviously the key from a defense standpoint is to create reasonable doubt. It by all means necessary. So this is like such an aggressive, like they're breaking down like the laser, what do you call it? They've got all these graphs of like laser angles of like, oh, the shooter obviously had to be 5'2" because of the trajectory of the bullet. And it's just like, holy shit. But meanwhile, and then the other thing too, his other son, the one that didn't get murdered,
yeah,
like is on trial, and he's saying, so there's this video of when he was with the police, Alex, and the accused, and he's bust out into tears. It's like, oh, I left him like that, or I did. And so, but when the son's on trial, the one that's still alive. He's like defending his dad, saying, "Oh no," he said they did him like that or something. Don't quote me, but it's a weird. So there's the dynamic of him like defending his dad, even though like it's very possible that the dad murdered his own fucking mom. It's weird, man. But all the shit that's coming at like the text messages, and the other thing that's kind of weird too is because like the laws changed, right? Prior, the legality of like Apple giving up access to law enforcement, so that plays into it. So from many levels, this is a very interesting case to follow, man. So if you have no idea what this is going on about, but it's something worthy of keeping up with, just because of so many things at play from I mean, not to say an entertainment standpoint, but it's very interesting, like all the things going on with this fucking case, man.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know anything about it till you brought it up. So I think this is super fascinating. I mean, he killed his son, he killed his wife, supposedly, allegedly. I won't say. I mean, because you never know.
Take it easy. You never know.
Take it easy. Calm down. I need to calm down. But yeah, he allegedly did these things, and apparently he just, he's stuck in this quagmire now, where they have video, literally placing him at the scene of the crime 4 minutes before it happened.
Right.
And now he's trying to defend, and he's trying to defend himself. You know what he's trying to go for. He's probably trying to go for the loony defense. He's crazy. He patted his son's butt on the way up testifying.
That makes it better. And then also too, the son said there was one sort of line of questioning that stood out where, and the son's name is something weird, Buster. Dude, like that's what I'm saying. This thing hits on fucking every level,
dude. That sounds like that guy that Rogan has on, the CIA guy.
He's just like hardcore ginger. Like,
oh, dude, I saw his picture.
Dude, like for real.
I heard a thing about ginger. I won't repeat it
without the souls, man.
But
shout out to gingers. Y'all ride hard.
Gingers are ride. They ride hard.
They ride hard. They got
no souls though. But
what I was gonna say was, he said, damn it, there was one more little piece. The son said something about that his dad changed. So because of this Snapchat thing, the dad had changed. By the time the cops got there and he's on the body cam footage, he's in one outfit, whereas like prior to the murder, he's wearing something else. And Buster explained this away by saying, or they asked him point blank, like, did your dad change clothes a lot, or what the fuck, like what is that something that's common? And he's like, well, if he went out in the yard and just did,
I love his outfit.
No, I fucking love this. The accent. No, it's brutal. It's like a real true like, oh, y'all want some sweet tea? Like real, like legit Southern attorney from like what was the Matthew McConaughey movie?
Which one? Like you gotta give me some love.
The sweaty Sandra Bullock.
Courtroom
drama.
He's a lawyer.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Is it To Kill? No, it's Lincoln. It's the Lincoln lawyer. Hold on. Now we got the facts. I'm gonna have the facts fine.
Anyway,
hold on.
It's got those vibes too. And then then the son's like, well, yeah, if he went outside and he got, he's out in the yard and he got sweaty, he took a lot of shower. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like that's, I don't know. I'm just.
It's A Time to Kill.
A Time to Kill. What did I say? To Kill a
He also did the Lincoln.
That's a goddamn classic. How could I mistake?
Yeah, I was gonna say To Kill a Mockingbird. I was like, oof, bro. I thought that was more of a literary thing. Atticus Finch. Yeah. Atticus Finch. And lady, that's for all you guys out there. Have new book reports. Atticus Finch. Good book.
Yeah. Read the cliff notes.
Check it out. It's fucking worth it. Well, I think unfortunately one of our esteemed trio had some technical difficulties, and he was arrested by the IRS already. They jammed his signals from space, and he's currently being detained by 2 teams of SWAT for his hack. But with that being said, I think we're gonna start wrapping up the evening tonight. I think it was a good show. We got a lot. We went over a bunch of stuff, guys. Trump in Ohio, Ukraine, wild California theories.
Yeah, very poignant and very relevant.
I think we're everywhere, and at the
relevant
same time,
topical program that we just put out for you. And I want to say something.
Oh, say it. I like it. I like it when you say things.
As I alluded to earlier, shout out to Illinois. Big binge contingency, I feel like just happened. So if you're a part of that, please hit us up on, probably the easiest way is at skip_the_noise_podcast on Instagram, or you can email us, skipthenoisepodcast@gmail.com, Twitter at skipthenoisepod1. But I do want to say, for those of you out there that have listened to us for a while now, I would strongly urge you to leave a review, wherever you live. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, which is the highest percentage of downloads that we get, or Spotify, or whatever, Podbean, what's the other one, iHeartRadio, any of the others, Castbox, we're on everything. Wherever you're at, Good Pods, you can even leave a donation if you look us up on that. Great app, by the way. Download it for free, check it out. A lot of independent podcasters on there. Always a big support of the show. But I strongly urge you, because I truly feel like we're part of a movement of people trying to, not that we're journalists, I wouldn't say we're journalists, but there's obviously the mainstream media is not, we've understood at this point to so much so that it's almost comical that it's not real journalism. They're not trying to bring you any kind of truth. It's business, right? What we're doing, we've not made, we
only made a couple $1 million. That's it.
Yeah, but nothing crazy, right? We haven't generated a whole lot of income from this.
We have private jets now.
It's a labor of love. It's something that we do. We truly, but we do believe. We joke around, but we truly believe in trying to start discussions, right? That'll elevate, public discussion and things like that. It's something that's missing from today's world. In an age of quick sound bites and fucking TikTok videos where it doesn't capture your interest in 0.5 microseconds. You're gonna flip to the next thing, some chick dancing and her ass jiggling around such a nice way.
Oh boy,
such a nice way that you just keep scrolling.
I like where this is going.
Keep dropping those likes. But anyway, keep dropping those likes on all of our shit. Keep subscribing. Keep telling your friends. If you want to tell Skip the Noise Challenge, you want to tell 4 friends, that'd be great. I'd love it if you did that. Or if you donated to us on Pod or Good Pods, or if you left a 5-star rating and a fucking review. You don't have to say much. You don't have to type a whole paragraph. Just say something. Hey, I like the show. That's it. Man. That's all we ask. It's a small, this thing is for free. You can download it whenever you want. You can listen to it as much as you want. If you enjoy it, commit a little bit. We'll appreciate you for it. I promise you will be appreciated. We appreciate every single piece of listenership that we get. Piece of listenership. I'm just making up shit left and right. But anyway, we would appreciate it. So please, if you have it in your heart, man, leave us a review and a rating.
You have it in your heart. That was awesome.
In your heart of hearts, in your black hearts.
There's gonna be like people like, oh fuck, we better leave something. This motherfucker's for real.
Yeah.
That being said, I think we're gonna close the door on this little podcasty poo. And oh wait, hold on. He's back. Before we close the door, we have a miraculous.
Let's let him have a final word.
Yeah.
If we can get him.
What's your final word as we're closing in for the night, Mr.
Oh shit, hey, I'm back. Had technical difficulties. No final word. I'm good.
Is the SWAT team still there? Is the IRS?
No, man.
Is the IRS SWAT team there?
I hid.
He's in a re-education camp.
Yeah. Right. I love taxes. Taxes are awesome. Yeah. He's got some guy with a cattle prod staring at him for sure.
The IRS does a really good job, man. They have a really tough job, but they just show up every day and they really crunch those numbers. And they
what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, trust me. They do. They love you. The IRS loves everybody and they would only be fair to you at all times. Remember, we are the IRS. All of us.
That's right. We all are.
Just some of us are audited by them.
Oh no.
We love the IRS. The IRS is us in love.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
That being said, we love the IRS. You guys have a good night.
Have a good night. Peace.
Good night.
Keep it real. Represent, man. You missed it.
I fucked it up.
See y'all next week. Bye.